Hi, and welcome to Piano Method Level 1B, right? Should be a second semester class. If you've taken one semester of piano before, great. If you've taken lessons before, great. If you've taken no piano before, this will be really confusing. But if you've had some other instruments before, that also works. So hopefully it'll all work out. If you have questions, just let me know. So we're looking at Piano Method Level 1B, starting from the top and basically page 4. All the stuff before is just table of contents and stuff. So at the top of the page, they're showing you what's called G position, right? This piece will be in G position, and pretty much everything we're doing today is G position. For them, what that means is, here's middle C. Your left hand has the middle C inside, right? But you're kind of surrounding the G position around that. So if you were with me last semester, it's just moving a little higher for both hands. So left hand, that G surrounding middle C, right hand's a G above. And this first piece just kind of reminds you of a lot of stuff. It's just some basic notes in G position for the right hand, right? It's just a falling line. Let's just try that first line just to kind of get reacquainted with how this all works. Let me show you on the piano where we are, and then we'll look at some of the other details. All right. So so here's our middle C, right? So basically your left hand is in this location, right? Your pointer finger is on middle C, your second finger, right hand is here. So as usual, you've got two keys that you're not playing. Okay, so just the first line, steady counting quarter notes, 1, 2, ready, go. Right, so it's simple. So as you keep going, there's just more to kind of process. So let's take a look at what's happening in the second line. So you've got these long curvy lines and then these shorter lines. In context, they're different from each other. If you've taken piano before, you should know these. If you don't, just reminding you what all this is. This one's a slur. You notice all these notes are different, right? So it's not a tie. That means just play these smooth, connect them to each other. In other words, you don't want it to sound like this. You want them to overlap like this, as if you were singing, but do play them all. The one under for the left hand, this is a tie, right? This is a D, this is a high D, right above middle C. You're holding that for 4 counts. The tie means keep holding it for these 4 counts. So altogether, this sound will be 8 counts, right? So hold it for all 8 counts. It's additive, right? These 4 plus 4, just hold it. This one you got to play again because there's no tie here, right? And this is a slur. At the end of that line, you've got this crescendo mark. It's all Italian, right? It's gradually getting louder, right? Oh, I forgot to mention when we start off, we're medium loud, mezzo forte, right? Into the third line, forte, that means loud, right? And then towards the end, we have a RIT, that's a ritardando, gradually slowing down, gradually getting softer, right? That's 2 different symbols, but often they're combined. And then back to mezzo forte. So you were forte for this line until it gets softer. So all these dynamics like this one, the mezzo forte, pretty much you want to keep it all the way until you see something different, like this one says getting louder. But everything in here should be pretty much medium loud. All right, so let's try this one from the top. We'll go all the way through all 3 lines. You can pause anytime or repeat if you need to, but just so you got what it sounds like overall. Also, just remember, in some ways it's easier for some people to play after hearing me play it, but that means that you're not reading as much. So once you kind of know what it sounds like, turn it off, turn off the recording. Just make sure you're reading it yourself, really getting used to watching the notes change. Especially when you're reading notes that are on the simple side, just watch the rise and fall. If it's falling, it's just steps down. Here you can see that turnaround, right? So what you're really looking for is how notes are moving on the page, and that just guides how your hands are moving. Once in a while, like here, line note to line note, there's a skip, right? So you're skipping a finger, that's a pinky, that's a third finger, right? But they kind of give you some hints about that too. All right, so let's take it from the top, just keep it steady. And I'll stick this here so you can see. All right, Promenade, 1, 2, ready, go. second line. And getting louder. Third line. And slowing down and getting softer. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Any questions, just let me know.